Ted Lasso Season 3, Episode 8, now out for you guys to go and check out. I am just watching and tell you guys my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What did you guys think of this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down there, smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's talk about the newest episode of Ted Lasso right now. Okay, so last week's episode I thought was absolutely incredible. Probably the best of the season. And how do they go about? They make episode 8 just as good, if not even better. Now, there are a lot of things going on in this episode that are just emotional, heartbreaking, and just, oh man, this show is just absolutely incredible. And we start off with Richmond, who are now back on track, 4 straight wins. They are starting to climb up the ladder, so we have all that going on. There's this moment that happens in the locker room that we'll get to, because a major thing happens with Keeley in this episode. She has a big focal point in this episode where a sex tape of hers gets leaked online, and a lot of other people. So it then goes into the locker room and they find out that Keeley was one of them, and they have this big discussion about, like, is it right to keep those photos on your phone that people send you, or your photos, like, should you delete them and everything like that. So I like this idea of them incorporating this idea of nudes getting sent and stuff like that, and like how to control it. And there's even things about, like, some of the players say, oh well, if you get it sent, isn't that your property then? It's one of them goes, no, copyright and all that stuff, and everything to do with all that. So they have this beautiful moment where the captain says, all right, we're deleting everything, we're not getting caught up in this, nothing's getting leaked. And then we have our man, who is actually gay in this show, and he is like, he wants to, like, go along with everyone, but he doesn't want anyone to see, because remember, he hasn't come out yet or anything like that. So he goes out of the room, and this is where the captain comes in and goes, look man, I was serious, you need to delete them now. And he's like, yeah, no, just F off, I'm gonna do it. And so he takes his phone, and this is where the captain now finds out that he's actually gay. So that's all we see of this whole idea of him being found out now. I think next episode we're probably going to get something similar to everyone finding out that he is actually gay, and how that's going to come out with the whole team and everything like that. So that's an interesting storyline that is going to be coming. Now, the stuff with Keeley is absolutely heartbreaking, because she has this whole sex tape out. Obviously, she even says in this episode she's not, like, she doesn't regret making it, and she doesn't regret sending it. Like, it's not her fault that someone got hacked and it got leaked. Now, Jack, on the other hand, is just a complete bitch. Like, we all knew that there was something up with her, and then when she tries to control it, and then she has that big moment where she says, oh, this is my friend, and then she says to Keeley afterwards, like, I don't want my girlfriend and the person I'm funding and everything like that to have a sex tape out there. So it all blows up in Keeley's face, and she is very much like, okay, it's over. Like, between her and Jack, it's completely over. And Jack is way out of line in this one. We all knew that was going to happen. But this is the moment where Roy can come in, because Roy has this moment where he talks to Keeley. He's trying to be sincere, but we all know what Roy's personality is like. He struggles to open up to people. He's doing his best to do it, but he does. And I think Roy and Keeley might get back together. Now, in the whole midst of everything that's going on with Keeley, towards the end of the episode, we have someone knock on her door. Now, is it going to be Jack? Is it going to be Roy? No, it's not. It is Jamie. And I'm just going to say it flat out, straight away. Jamie has become one of my favorite characters on TV. He's probably very close to Ted as my favorite character in this show. His redemption arc has been absolutely incredible. From the first moment where we met him in season 1, episode 1, to the absolute arrogant cockhead that he was, to this guy that is just, you love him now, you want to be around him. He is basically almost the heart and soul of that team now. And to see him come to Keeley out of his own time and his own free will and apologize and say that it was his fault that everything got leaked, because he forgot about the emails. He forgot to delete the emails with the videos and images that he got sent between them. And he blames himself for this getting out. And obviously that means so much to Keeley. Like, Jamie would never have taken responsibility for something like that. And, like, here he is now, man. The guy is just an absolute insane redemption arc going on here. Now, obviously, we have the stuff with Ted as well, with his wife and kid coming over, and obviously the doctor coming over as well, who no one likes. But Ted is really struggling with this because she's getting taken to Paris, and he has this idea that everyone proposes when they go to Paris. So he's in panic mode. He goes to Rebecca, can you get a private investigator? Can you do that for me? And I love it because now we have Ted, who used to consult Rebecca on relationship stuff with Rupert and everything like that. And now Rebecca steps up and she does that for Ted. And I love that line at the end where she says to him, like, you're letting yesterday ruin your time with your kid now. Like, it's so good. And she just lets him know and reinforce, like, no one cares. Don't worry about what happened in your past relationship. Don't worry. Just worry about your time with Henry. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. And I love how Rebecca came and it was a role reversal and she then instilled that upon Ted. I love that. And I also love the whole stuff with Nate in this episode as well. We are actually like seeing Nate and how much he actually misses Ted and the guys. I mean, the guy tries to make his own little group where he invites Rupert, he invites his assistant, and he invites the sporting director to come down to make a group called the Love Hounds where they can talk about their relationship and things going on in their life that no one else knows and give advice, stuff like that. And you just see how much Nate is actually missing Ted. And then when Ted goes to the game and he sees Nate and they're waving to Nate and stuff like that, the smile on Nate's face, like, Nate felt appreciated under Ted. That's what Nate really likes, and that's what Nate's missing in this West Ham. He doesn't feel appreciated by Rupert. This is Rupert projecting his personality onto Nate, turning Nate into something that Nate's not. And we know that, and we can see that, like, under all this outside stuff that Nate is putting on this front of, I'm the tough guy and everything like that, deep down, under all that, Nate is the same guy from season 1 and season 2. He's the same guy that needs that appreciation, and Ted made him feel loved. And I cannot wait until Nate and Ted come face to face again, and it just all unravels and it all comes out. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be absolutely tears galore. We also know Nate's got a girlfriend now, and I'm loving that Nate's finally getting his shot at getting a happy life. It's good. I like Nate. Like, yes, he was a bit of a dick last season, but he's not a bad guy. He's just going through some things, and I think he's going to come back around, and I think we're going to get them making up. And you can tell in this episode that Nate is really missing Ted and the guys, and I can't wait to see what happens. So let me know your thoughts on this episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? I absolutely loved it. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace out.